Hi guys, welcome to Veggie Mama, and today I have it's my coworker.
Hi, I'm Tay.
This is Tay, and we met at work, and she has some IBD issue going on. So when she mentioned that to me, instantly I'm thinking about my children. I'm like, wow, I want to help her. So she's here this morning. She's gonna tell a little bit about what's going on with her and I. She never had gluten-free breakfast before, so I made her some pancakes and some eggs, maple syrup. She got some homemade kefir right there with some grapes. So I'm gonna have her tell a bit about herself and what led her here.
Well, my stomach issues started when I was probably about 14. I was going into 9th grade, and I had just eaten a huge dinner, and we went to the movies, had a bunch of candy, and then we went to Dairy Queen after and had a huge thing of ice cream, and I got so sick. And I just remember that this was the start of that one feeling that I have now every time that I eat food. So I've been trying to figure out since that time what has been causing those issues. But as a teenager, it's very hard to condense your diet down to try and figure out what is causing those issues. Pretty much the stomach pain I was having was it started off not bad, but gradually as I've gotten older, it has gotten incredibly worse. I'm in excruciating pain when I eat, every time I eat, and it's not just like a morning thing or evening thing like some people with IBS have, which I was diagnosed with. But I never really thought that it was IBS because I would look up the symptoms and they would be like, oh, it'd be pain, but not the kind of pain that you're in exactly. And I'm like, okay.
Can you describe your pain to them? What was the...
It's pretty much like a knife going through your intestines. And it's excruciating, and it'll last for hours after I eat. So,
and that's exactly how my sons were when they were having, when in their flare-up state.
mm-hmm.
It was like I can describe the pain. It was like a knife just stabbing them, So. Mm-hmm.
So I dealt with this ongoing pain throughout literally my entire high school experience, and it got to the point where I was getting very, very tired and exhausted of feeling sick all the time. So my chiropractor actually suggested that I would go on a diet. And at this point I'm 17, almost 18. And I was like, okay, I'm out of school now. I think I can deal with a diet. And so I decided to go with the South Beach diet. My entire family joined in with me, and crazy thing is, altogether we lost about 20 pounds,
mm-hmm.
and that was amazing because my mom has issues too, to where she can't lose weight very easily. So that was really good for her and really good for us, mm-hmm. all as a family. And then once I stopped the diet, I realized during the diet that I didn't have nearly as much pain. Now, the South Beach diet is very low carb and low sugar, and so you don't eat a lot of breads and pastas. And so eating less bread and pasta somehow triggered this thing in my brain going, wait, I don't feel this excruciating pain as much anymore. And so once I realized that, I was going in my head, well, maybe it has to do with breads or something. And I was like, what could cause it to where, bread would be my issue? And my chiropractor once again told me that maybe, so my chiropractor once again told me that maybe it could be gluten issues. And I looked up, you know, what stuff has gluten in it, and it completely 100% made sense. Now around this time I was getting a job, and I was trying to find a job, and finally I was able to get this job, and the job that I ended up being at, I met Violet, and I was at work one day with excruciating belly pain because I didn't want to deal with the fact that I might have to go gluten-free the rest of my life. And she'd asked me if I was okay, and I was telling her that I had really bad stomach pain and really bad IBD, or IBS, and she was like, oh, well, have you ever considered this? And so that's pretty much how I got to this journey right here.
And when you went gluten-free for like 1 week, tell me your experience.
I went gluten-free completely for 1 week, and I, of course, as a dumb teenager, decided to cheat one day. And I had sun chips and a Danish. 2 things that are slam-packed with gluten. And that day, the next day, I went back to work, and I was so sick. Like, the worst feeling I have ever felt in my life. Now, I don't know if that's because I went gluten-free and didn't have it in my system, and then all of a sudden had it in my system again, or what it was, but gluten definitely is something that is affecting me. I don't know if it's the only thing, but it is definitely affecting me.
So I told her, I said, okay, I want to work with you. I'm going to work with you like for a month. You know, teenager, they want to do their own stuff. No? Got 3. So I said, I'm going to work with you for a month, and we can chronicleize it here on my YouTube channel. And she also have a YouTube channel too, so she could chronicleize it on there also and see what happened. For those of you guys out there, we all suffering I'm suffering from you know, digestion problem too. So sometimes we have to change up our diet, and I did a video before, so I'm changing my diet, and I can't eat what I used to eat before. She's a meat eater, and I was a plant-based for 17 years. I have to change up my diet, and she have to change up her diet too. So it's what work, you know, for the individual. What might work for me, you know, might not work for her. So we have to just test the water and see. But I want to help her and show her, you know, like I said, she never had a gluten-free breakfast before, so she's here to try it, and we're gonna start from here. So she's starting her breakfast. Brunch. It's brunch. It's like, what time is it? 12. It's brunch time. That's pure maple syrup. There's no filter, nothing in there. This is from Vermont, so this is a good maple
My
syrup.
brother
here.
lives in Vermont.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
In Burlington.
Okay.
All right, let's try this. See if you're a good cook. No, I'm kidding. I fully believe in you. There's good seasoning in
Good
that.
seasoning.
I like that a lot. I like that. I'll try these pancakes.
Gluten-free pancakes.
Gluten-free pancakes. And you made them from scratch.
Made from scratch, yeah.
Mm. They taste like regular pancakes. How'd you do that?
Yeah.
How'd you do? I was not expecting that. At
Yeah.
all.
I mean, people. When I just became gluten-free, it was like, that was like 8 years ago, and it was like so hard for me because tried to transition from a gluten diet to a gluten-free diet, but now they make it so easy, you know.
Right,
so
right.
you have to just know how to put the ingredients together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all about putting the ingredients together. What works with what, you know. So.
There's definitely a different texture,
Texture, yes.
but it does taste exactly
Yeah.
the same. So that doesn't affect anything.
Yeah.
But I really like it. Mm.
So I'm gonna have her enjoy her breakfast, and we come back, you know, and finish up the video in a few.
So I really, really enjoyed this beautiful gluten-free breakfast that Violet prepared for me this morning. It was actually very, very yummy, and I highly recommend. And we are going to try to get me to go gluten-free for a month, so we'll see how that goes. But my channel, I'll do some vlogs on my channel to keep up with stuff, and I'll let her know some stuff. But my channel is The Best Life LTK. I do it with my friend Letitia, and the description, the link will be in the description to my channel. So I enjoyed this experience.